Hello, how are you? Today we're going to merge chapters 4 and 5 in one explanation, because present perfect is chapter 4 and present perfect continuous is chapter 5, and they are very connected one with the other. Okay, let's start with present perfect, the simple, and again the structure is on pages 80 and 81. Let's go with the use, how to use it. Here we have the definition. Two definitions. Present perfect expresses a fact. We don't know when something happened, or we don't want to say. We don't want to say because we want to emphasize the fact. The moment is not important. It's the action that matters. But if we do know, if we know when it happened, the moment is a period of time that involves present. Here we see a visual representation. If this is the time, the moment that we mention, it's a period of time from the past until now. Watch out, I'm saying the period of time and not the action. We don't care if the action is finished or not. We focus on the period of time that involves the present. So if we mention the time, we need to know that these are the usual expressions that go along with it. For example, still, they still haven't finished. We just say still, until now, not finished. So far, again, the same expression, until now. So far, I have visited 3 countries. When I visited the countries, I'm not saying. The important thing is the action of visiting. Ever or never. Have you ever been abroad? Until now. Or I have never been abroad until now. Lately, again, it expresses the same idea, until now. I haven't talked to him lately. Not until now, maybe later I'll talk to him, but not until now. Recently, the same idea. I have seen some interesting movies recently. Until now. Or how long? From a moment in the past until now, how long have you worked for that company? And our friends, for and since. I have worked for that company for 9 years. 9 years until now. I have worked for that company since 2004, which expresses the same thing. As you can see, I am never interested in if the action is finished or not. I'm always focusing on the moment. And you may say, and what is the difference between for and since? Look, I think the simplest way is to think that for means desde hace and since means desde. That's it. For 9 years. Desde hace 9 años. Since 2004. Desde 2004. That's it. And when we don't mention the time, remember, is when we want to emphasize the fact. We don't care about when, we care about what happened. She has visited the US many times. When? We don't know, or we don't want to say, but the important thing is the action of visiting. He has written 3 books. Until now, when? We don't know. We just care about the action. The president has resigned. The same idea. At some point in the past, he resigned, but we are not saying when. And do you remember this? Yes, this is the definition of simple past. As you can see, they are very different. This is now. Simple past is over there, not here. The moment that we mentioned does not affect now. Or here, the moment here does not affect now. Like yesterday or when I was a child, etc. So let's compare with examples. Simple past and present perfect. Here, think a little bit. How long have you lived here, or how long did you live here? I have lived here since 2004, or I lived here since 2004. Or I moved here in 2004, or I have moved here in 2004. What do you think? Think? Got it? There you are. How long have you lived? Present perfect. Because it's until now. And I have lived here since, it's a key word, since 2004 until now. Okay? But I moved, simple past, in 2004, because are we in 2004? No. Simple past, as we already explained in the simple past video. Another example, Shakespeare has written many plays, or Shakespeare wrote many plays. What do you think? Wrote. As you can see, why simple past? Because Shakespeare is dead. I mean, you cannot say has written many plays until now. Is Shakespeare still alive to write? No. So it is a simple past because it's not until now. Again, my brother wrote, or my brother has written many plays. Think. Has written. Again, because in this case it can be until now. Because my brother may continue writing. My brother is alive, so he can continue writing. And one note about present perfect. Have you ever heard this expression? Been there, done that. That means that I have been there, I have done that. But why do they express that like this? What do you think? Because it's informal talk. Okay, it is an informal way of talking. You don't say the complete "I have been there, I have done that." That is possible. Obviously, talking, not writing. And we're finished with present perfect simple. We start with continuous. That's chapter 5 again, structures, pages 104, 105. The definition. Well, as you can see, it's very, very similar. The same rules as in present perfect, and that is why it usually means the same. It usually have the same meaning. Then, what is the difference? Well, it emphasizes the length of time. We give emphasis to the length. It is something going on constantly, repeatedly, and it usually affects present, or the action is still going on. Okay, this is the representation. Again, as you can see, it's the same thing, but something going on. Sometimes the action is finished, and sometimes the action will continue. Okay, but whether it's finished or continues, it affects the present in a way. We'll see with examples. For example, why are you bleeding? Because I have cut my finger, or because I have been cutting my finger. Obviously, it's because I have cut my finger. You cannot be cutting your finger constantly, repeatedly. It's something that happens once and that's it. Okay? So, again, It is something similar to the stative verbs, something that happens once and that's it. Or why are you red? You see, very, very similar. Why are you red? Because I have run too fast, or because I have been running too fast. In this case, yes, I have been running too fast. Maybe the action of running is finished, but you are red now. There are consequences now. Okay, and that is why you are red. And we want to emphasize that it's been constantly, repeatedly until now. Another two examples. I have worked for the same company for a long time, and I have been working for the same company for a long time. Differences? As you can see, sometimes they are very similar. They seem like they mean the same thing. Maybe here we just want to emphasize that it's working constantly, repeatedly, but you can use both, no problem. Not in the other one. In the other one, it was here. It was impossible to say I have been cutting my finger. And that's it. Thank you very much, guys. See you later.